Hello viewers, the following video is on database concept. But before starting explanation on this, I'll inform you that you can contact me for online tuition class from class 1st to 10th, any subject and for any of the computer programming language. My mail ID for contact is in the description of this video and in my channel about section as well. Database management system, collection of organized data or records, coins the term database. Before the development of computer technology, the important information is maintained in traditional handwritten file recording format, which was very lengthy and tedious work. In offices and other government departments, schools, banks, etc., book record keeping method was followed up to maintain the routine database work. After the introduction of computer-based record keeping system, which follows the file management approach, the maintenance of data handling becomes easier. Furthermore, improvements in computer-based data handling introduced database management system, which is software designed to help large data processing and storage. DBMS consists of a set of programs to store, update, manipulate data. DBMS is used in various organizations like in airlines, railways, banking, and many more places. Examples of DBMS software are MySQL, Oracle, MS Access, etc. Advantages of DBMS: reduce data redundancy. Duplicity of data is known as data redundancy, but DBMS provides a centralized system which is shareable to its users and hence prevents storage of multiple copies of same data. Helps in data sharing. As DBMS is a shareable storage, then there is no reason for data hiding in between its authorized users. This accessibility of data from multiple authorized users improves the way of working as well as gives faster progress in development. Better data security. While developing database softwares, developers knew the problems of unsecured data, so they took a very mandatory step of making database systems secured at every level of usage by inserting username and password functionality. Data independence. Since the data is used by database handling team members and by the other development team members also, who simply use that created database, so a database is divided into multiple levels which provide its independent usage to its users. Data integrity, as there are large databases also, so the difficulty arises when data change in one place and the same data stored in another place of the same database remains unchanged, which creates complexities. But to handle these integrity problems, DBMS is completely verified. Backup support. In case if hardware or software failure occurs, then DBMS provides a support system to overcome the data loss and recover the system back again to its normal working. Disadvantages of DBMS. High maintenance charges. The operational budget of DBMS is quite high. Experienced staff requirement. To handle large complex databases, technical trained employees are the utmost need of the company and therefore charge higher salaries. Database failure issues. Sometimes there can be certain issues of failures with database software system because of over data storage and manipulation on a single database system. DBMS levels. Physical level. According to the hierarchy, this is the innermost level with which only the creators of DBMS deal, also known as the internal level. At this stage, how data is to be stored is taken care of. Logical level. The next higher level after physical level. It is one of the level with which database administrator interact, also called as conceptual level. At this stage, what data is to be stored is considered. View level. The uppermost level with which users or the people who are going to use the database interact. There are 4 types of databases like network database. In this, organized data is connected through links. Object-oriented database. In this, data is stored in the form of objects. Hierarchical database. In this, data is stored in the form of tree-like structure. And relational database. In this, data is stored in the form of tables. There are certain important terms of relational database management system like relation. Another name of table in RDBMS is relation. Multiple relations are there in a single database and each contains rows and columns. Data is entered in these relations and further manipulated depending upon the user's requirement. Domain, a collection of values from which actual values are extracted. Tuple, the rows in a table is called as tuple. Attribute, the columns in a table is called as attribute. Field, another name of column is field. They store values vertically and each column is reserved for a particular slot of data. Record, another name of row is record. They store values horizontally and each row contains values according to the column specified. The number of columns in a table is called the degree of a table. Cardinality, the total number of rows in a table is called the cardinality of a table. View, a kind of table which is virtually created but actually does not exist. It generates whenever user make a query and confirms the result. Referential integrity, the rules which judge the management of database and every database must strictly obey them. Like if two tables are joined together through foreign key, then user cannot delete any record of foreign key in the second table as it is the same primary key for the first table. Forms. Unlike tables, forms are entry sheets in which user types the relevant information as per the required details in a user-friendly manner. Reports. They are the formatted display of data obtained through queries. Keys. The most important concept of database. Primary key. It is a set of one or more attributes that can uniquely identify tuples within a relation. This key must be unique, that is, the columns selected for primary key must contain different values in each row. Example, roll number column in student table. This key must not be null, that is, the column selected for primary key must not contain null values in it. Candidate key. All the attributes of a table can participate for becoming a primary key are candidate keys. That is, in a student table, both the roll number and mobile number columns can hold for the position of candidate keys. Alternate key. After the selection of the primary key from the candidate keys, the rest of the remaining keys which are left become the alternate keys. If roll number column is selected from the student table as a primary key, then the mobile number column is the alternate key. Foreign key. The primary key of one table can be the foreign key of another table if both the tables are linked. The table from where the primary key is linked is the master table, and the table which is connected with the first table containing the primary key is the detail table. The detail table can contain multiple foreign keys in it, means it can connect with multiple tables. Unique key. Similar to primary key, but the difference between both of them is that it can contain null values in it. That is, the column selected for unique key position can have null values in it. MySQL database. A MySQL database is a type of warehouse to store data which is accessible to multiple users at the same time. It follows client-server architecture to handle large amounts of data and to serve the request of multiple clients accessing those data. The server must be powerful enough to process thousands of requests at a time without failure. Clients can interact with the server in one of the two ways, either by filling the form on the internet and sending the data to be get stored in the organization's database, or by working as a database programmer who enters command and manipulate data in it. SQL stands for Structured Query Language and pronounced as SQL, the language which is used to work with databases, not case-sensitive language, that is, it treats both upper and lower case similarly. Very easy to use, that is, follows simple English-like statements to manipulate data in databases, contain multiple keywords and statements to form queries. The three important SQL commands are there like Data Definition Language Command, Data Manipulation Language Command, Transaction Control Language Command. DDL command stands for Data Definition Language Commands. These commands are used to create and define database structure. Multiple DDL commands are there like create, alter, rename, truncate, drop. Create command create tables and databases. Alter command add or remove columns in the already created databases. Rename command change the name of the previously named table. Truncate command delete all the rows from the table but does not delete the table and it also does not have rollback option. Drop command completely delete the table from the database. DML commands stands for Data Manipulation Language Commands. These commands are used to manipulate the data already stored in the database. Multiple DML commands are there like insert, update, select, delete. Insert command adds rows into the table. Update command is used to modify the previously stored values in a table. Select command retrieves all the data or some specific data from the table. Delete command remove all the rows from the table and have the rollback option also. TCL command stands for Transaction Control Language Commands. These commands are used to handle the alterations made by the DML commands. Multiple TCL commands are there like commit, save point, rollback. Commit command is used to save the changes made. Save point command is used to save a point in transaction. Rollback command is used to undo all the changes made. The 5 most important normal forms of database are: first normal form. A table is said to be in first normal form if it is having a primary key in it. Second normal form. A table is said to be in second normal form if it is already in first normal form and every non-key attribute is dependent on primary key. Third normal form. A table is said to be in third normal form if it is already in second normal form and each non-key attribute in a row does not depend on the entry in another key column. Boissecord normal form. BCNF. A table is said to be in BCNF if it contains candidate key. Fourth normal form. A table is said to be in fourth normal form if it is already in third normal form and support multi-valued dependencies. Fifth normal form, also called as project join normal form. A table is said to be in fifth normal form if it is already in fourth normal form and it reduces redundancy problems by minimum joining in between tables. Thanks for watching, and for more videos, subscribe my channel. Viewers, if you want to join my computer tuition classes, kindly contact me on my mail ID provided in my channel About section.